Minglawa, welcome to MI Radio's Myanmar Today, where we bring you the latest news and reports from around Myanmar. I am Henry Zin. First off, technical upgrade process for city buses underway. Another report on 15th meeting of the UMFCCI-JCCI. Agajo got a story on stocks in October took a 10% dive. And lastly, we have a report on MSME Action Plan workshop. Well, before we get to the reports, here are some local news. President U Min, patron of the Myanmar Red Cross Society, addressed the MRCS 13th Conference and 80th Anniversary event of MRCS held at the Myanmar International Convention Center 2 in Naypyidaw on Thursday. Union Minister for Health and Sports Dr. Myen Tway presented certificates of appreciation to 6 MRCS members who donated blood for 100 times and more. Deputy Minister for Health and Sports Dr. Mya Lese and MRCS President Professor Dr. Domya Thu also presented awards to state or region Red Cross Management Committees, township Red Cross branches that conducted outstanding social work providing compassionate assistance. The interreligious body Religions for Peace Myanmar organized its 3rd Forum for Reconciliation and Peace at the Tingaha Hotel in Naypyidaw on Thursday. State Councillor Aung San Suu Kyi delivered an opening remark at the Advisory Forum on National Reconciliation and Peace in Myanmar. The State Councillor said the objectives of Religions for Peace will serve as a bridge between world peace and the Myanmar peace process. The goals of Religions for Peace are to promote just and harmonious societies, to advance human development and to protect the earth, and these are our goals too, as we travel the path of peace. She concluded her speech by saying she has faith and trust in human capacity to overcome the negative elements of our worldly existence, and that she hopes the participants of the forum will help to strengthen the faith and trust that bind us together in a quest for peace. Chairman of Vessel Operators Association said the number of tourist arrivals in Yangon at the opposite bank of Myanmar Jetty in Mandalay region increased by 10% in the first week of November in comparison to the previous year. Locals, as well as foreigners, paid the same rate for transportation, fixed at 35,000 kyats per vessel for 5 persons and 64,000 kyats for 6 to 10 persons. The vessels can carry a maximum of 20 passengers. The Mandalay region government is planning to upgrade tourist transport at Myanmar Jetty to boost tourism industry of the region. That's all with the local news, and here's the first report on Myanmar Today. Yangon Region Transport Authority is undertaking to upgrade the YBS public transport system for public convenience. Now it's been almost 3 years after YBS was introduced in the city. Zoeman and Yenai report.
Now it's been almost 3 years since Yangon Region Government introduced new public transport system YBS after revoking Matata system, which is multi-bus line controlling committee. Since then, Yangon bus service has been operated for the people convenience in their daily commute. For more convenience and safety, CCTV and air conditioner are installed in the city buses. Moreover, YBS is now planning to introduce card payment system in order to replace the cash box. Ula Aung, Joint Secretary of YRTA, said as the first phase of the project, 1,500 buses will be installed with a card payment system during this month.
We are now carrying out to introduce card payment system for YBS. Installation the system on city buses will be part of the process. For the next step, we will collaborate with the companies in order to fully operate the system. And now the companies have all necessary equipment ready for the process. Initially, they are planning to install 1,500 buses in 18 days.
During the initial stage, YUPT Public Company will install 500 buses with the card payment system in 15 different places, and the rest will be taken care of by Yangon Bus Public Company in 10 places. Ula Aung also continued.
We carry out the process impartially, collaborating with the companies step by step. We also formed a working team for the installation step on November 1st. The members of that team include YRTA, the bus companies, and Asia's Tama Transport Intelligence Company. Together, we will try hard to complete the process timely manner, from checking the equipment to transfer stage.
Meanwhile, YRTA also issues smart cards to YBS drivers. Up to 5th November, the authority has already handed the cards to 6,602 drivers. The authority also strictly ordered them that they must bring the cards while driving. Moreover, YRTA is also doing active measures to enforce the rules. Speaking to the media, U Aung Mo, Managing Director of Yangon Region Transport Authority, YRTA, told us what the authority is doing right now.
Starting from 1st of November, authority check the drivers who already get the smart cards, whether they bring it or not. The responsible bus companies and bus lines also cooperate with us and comply with the rules. On the other hand, YRTA keeps issuing the cards to the rest of the drivers. For now, we have already issued the cards to 6,602 drivers, including 9 female drivers.
YRTA introduces smart card system in order to easily control the drivers, monitoring what they are doing. In order to monitor the bus speed, the authority will also have a future plan to further upgrade the current telematic system using advanced technology. At present, YBS is operating 100 bus lines for 134 routes with 4,500 buses. There are 1.8 million passengers on daily basis.
That's a report on technical upgrade process for city buses underway. Alright, it's time now to check on the weather forecast in Myanmar. During the day in Yangon, it'll be mostly sunny and the skies will be clear at night. The temperature for the day will be in the 30s and there's about a 25% chance of rain for the day, and we expect winds of up to 6 kilometers per hour. In Naypyidaw, it will be partly sunny during the day and the night sky will be clear. The temperature throughout the day will be in the 30s as well, and there's a very low chance of rain for the day, and we expect winds of up to 6 kilometers per hour. In Mandalay, mostly sunny during the day, but we expect clear skies at night. The temperature throughout the day will be in the 30s, and there's really no chance of rain at all for the day, and we expect winds of up to 6 kilometers per hour. Stay with us, we have another report coming up, and then we'll have a look at the stocks and currency exchange rates. The 15th meeting between the UMFCCI and JCCI was held on Thursday, aiming to enhance the economic collaboration between the two nations. According to the report, this meeting between UMFCCI and JCCI is the outcome of the State Councillor Daw Aung San Suu Kyi's recent visit to Japan, where she invited investors from Japan to invest in Myanmar. Williamson reports.
The meeting between UMFCCI and Japan Chamber of Commerce and Industry was held on 14th of November at UMFCCI building in Yangon with the participation of 20 enterprises from Japan. The meeting mainly focused on doing bigger business, airline industry, technological business, consultant business, educational center, energy-related and tourism as well. At the same time, the two sides also discussed on improving the demand of human resources for both countries. Recently, the State Councillor of Myanmar, Daw Aung San Suu Kyi, visited Japan, and this is the outcome of her visit to Japan, where she invited business persons from Japan to do investments in Myanmar. Speaking at the meeting, Uzom Minwin, the chairman of UMFCCI, said,
With mutual trust and the friendship between the two nations, the relation between Myanmar and Japan is now very good. The investment of FDI from Japan, which has its center in Tilawa Industrial Zone, is valued at USD 674.4 million, according to the information till 31st September 2019, with approximate 30 kinds of business. Among the 19 investors in Tilawa Industrial Zone, Japan tops all other competitors. According to the report released by JICA, till the last September, there are around 50 countries which have investment in Myanmar, and Japan is placed at number 10 among them. We are also proud and glad that Japan is one of the main investors in Myanmar, along with Singapore. I hope this meeting will be a fruitful meeting for both nations for the development of economy.
According to the report at the meeting, there are more than 120 businesses which are currently investing from Japan, and their investment is worth US $1.2 billion. For now, Japan is looking for a good potential to do investment on tourism in Myanmar, hoping to penetrate the tourism market in Myanmar to help Myanmar tourism industry grow. Speaking at the meeting, Woo Aung-soo, the permanent secretary for the Ministry of Commerce, also said,
For the smooth and transparent development of economic collaboration between Myanmar and Japan, the leaders of both nations have been working on improving the bilateral economic relation so that Myanmar will also be able to attract more investments. The government is also working on improving the quality of human resources, attracting investments and helping the local business to be able to run separately without control of union government. We are also in the process of reforming economic policy accordance with the present context of international business. Some of the visible reformation we had taken is we amended the policy in the year 2015 in order to attract more investments from the abroad. At the same time, being ranked at top 20 nations in the world by World Bank Group in ease of doing business is also one of our remarkable achievements recently. According to newly reformed policy of doing business, now the new companies will be able to register their companies through online registration without the need of paying extra fees. As private companies are the key players for the development of economy of a nation, we give priority to private companies with some exception in doing business.
ANA is one of the largest airline companies in Japan, and in recent years, there was the rumor of ANA expanding its business to Myanmar by collaborating with airline companies in Myanmar. Speaking to MI Radio whether ANA still has the plan to expand the business to Myanmar or not, Mr. Koichi Shibata, Senior Vice Chairman of ANA Holdings Company, said,
Very, sad for us to suspend our, expected initiative at that time. But as I mentioned today, there should be a good number of potentiality for the airline industry in Myanmar for future. Then I'm sure to keep our good dream to be cooperative with Myanmar airlines industry to enhance the airline businesses in this country.
This is Williamson reporting for MI Radio.
That's a report on the 15th meeting of the UMFCCI-JCCI. Here we have the information on currency rates from Myanmar Central Bank. $1 is at 1,516 Jats. 1 Chinese renminbi is at 215 Jats. 1 euro is at 1,668 Jats. 1 pound sterling is at 1,947 Jats. 1 Singapore dollar is at 1,112 Jats. 1 Malaysian ringgit is at 364 Jats. 1 Thai baht is at 50 Jats, and the Indian rupee is at 21 Jats. Gold is trading at $1,466. Silver is at $16. And Brent crude oil is at $56. On the Yangon Stock Exchange, FMI went up 500 and it's now at 12,000. MTSH dropped to 50 and it's now at 3,850. MCB is at 8,200. FPB remains at 23,000. TMH remains at 3,000. You're with MI Radio's Myanmar Today. You can log on to our website at miradio.com.mm and catch many other great programs of MI Radio live on the website. We're also running on FM 96.1 in Yangon, 96.5 in Mandalay, and 96.7 in Naypyidaw. Or simply download our app on both iOS and Android platforms. It's easy to search. Just type in Myanmar INTL Radio and you'll find the app. Download it on your devices so you can listen to our radio programs on the go. Stay with us as we bring you more reports on Myanmar Today. According to Yangon Stock Exchange, stock trading in October saw a slight dip of 10% compared to the trading volume in September. A total of 369,245 shares worth over 1.7 billion kyats were traded in October. Agajo has more on the rationale behind the dip and foreign investors' preparation for the upcoming foreign participation.
According to Yangon Stock Exchange, the stock trading in October saw a slight dip of 10% compared to the trading volume in September. In normal trading, over 250,000 shares were traded in October. In block trading, 110,000 shares were traded. In total, over 369,000 shares worth of over 1.7 billion kyats were traded. However, in September, 3.283 billion kyats worth of shares were traded. Uttaton U, YSX Executive Senior Manager said.
In normal trading, over 250,000 shares were traded in October. In block trading, 110,000 shares were traded. So in total, over 360,000 shares worth of over 1.7 billion kyats were traded. So we saw a 10% dip in stock trading in October compared to September trading. This is because in September and August, the list companies were given dividend and so the trading soared. But in October, as there is no special phenomenon going on, the trading went back to normality. This results in 10% drop. MTSH is still the leading list company in terms of the shares traded.
The foreigners will be permitted to invest in shares of YSX starting from November. The foreigners living in Myanmar will be able to start investing with the FS set to be effective from November 2019. The foreigners will be permitted to invest up to 35% of the shares of the YSX listed companies. Uttaton U, Yangon Stock Exchange Executive Senior Manager, also added.
As the first phase, the stocks will be traded to the foreigners living in the country. We are waiting for the notification which will be published by Security Exchange Committee. In order to boost the foreign investments, foreigners are allowed to directly invest in the shares of the stocks of the Yangon Stock Exchange. We recently published a framework and schedule to assist this move. We have been preparing the process since the notification allowing the foreigner to invest was out. The FS will be effective starting November and the foreigners will be able to start investing at that time. Some foreign investors are now inquiring the information at the respective securities houses in the meantime.
The percentage of the foreign participation each listed company allows will be managed by the YSX and respective securities houses. He also added that the number of foreigners living in Myanmar is still low, and it is not sure how big of an impact this will bring to the stock market. The interested foreign investors are advised to scrutinize the information uploaded on YSX website. With the increasing interest in foreigner participation, the seminars and activities have come up to disseminate the information to get ready for the trading opening in November. Yangon Stock Exchange is currently trading the stock shares of the 5 companies, namely First Myanmar Investment Public Company Limited, Myanmar Tilawa SEZ Holdings Public Limited, Myanmar Citizens Bank Limited, First Private Bank Limited, TMH Telecom Public Company Limited. In 1996, Myanmar Economic Bank and Daiwa Institute of Research Limited formed the Myanmar Securities Exchange Center Company Limited (MSEC) with the final goal of establishing a stock exchange. This is Agajo reporting for Myanmar International Radio.
That's a report on stocks in October took a 10% dive. And here's the last report on MSME Action Plan Workshop. The government strives for better SMEs development while making effort with high momentum for the transformation in all sectors. In other words, SMEs are the backbone of the country's economy, the main source of innovation, and in addition, they create job opportunities, reduce poverty, and also enable entrepreneurship. With the aim to effectively encourage the micro, small, and medium enterprises in Yangon region, MSME Action Plan Workshop was held at Park Royal Hotel on Wednesday and Thursday. Yanai reports.
With the aim to effectively encourage the micro, small, and medium enterprises MSME in Yangon region, as well as to come up with better action plans, MSME Action Plan Workshop was held at Park Royal Hotel for 2 days from 13 to 14 November. The MSME Development Central Agency and Yangon Region MSME Agency also held a meeting earlier on November 13. Yangon Region Chief Minister Upyo Mente and officials were also there and joined the discussions. The workshop was attended by respective government officials, representatives from entrepreneur associations. Do Win Director General from Directorate of Industrial Supervision and Inspection, DISI said.
DISI has been supporting the micro, small and medium enterprises since 2012. At first, the institution started as a center in giving support to MSMEs. But later in 2014, the service has been reaching out to all states and regions. So far, we could extend up to 55 offices to help support to MSME development across the country. But still, that's not enough. We, all the stakeholders, should together cooperate in the process for development. When it comes to MSME's development, the Development Central Agency, the Working Committee, the central agencies and the regional agencies in all states and regions should come together for the development.
The country helps develop MSMEs in accordance with the ASEAN Strategic Action Plan, and the government play a crucial role in MSME development, extending the market to reach out to the global, providing advanced technology assistance for better economic development.
We cooperate with local and international institutions and organizations to help develop MSMEs in terms of technology, market access, and for better improvement. And we also adapt their business model to be a typical SME, and now we have to transform again from conventional to smart business model. We help them with investments, financial aids, advanced technology, market penetration. Moreover, we help improve their products' quality fit for the market.
The micro, small and medium enterprises are the backbone of the private economy, as well as they are the primary source of innovation. Besides, they can not only create the jobs, but also alleviate the poverty, help sort out the market demand and challenges. According to the statement of SMEs development policy released by the government in 2015, the role of SMEs can enhance the competitiveness, innovation, and help improve the jobs, as well as socio-economic development. Chairman from Myanmar Rattan and Bamboo Entrepreneurs Association, Ujotu, also shared his insights.
Above 90% of businesses in a country are SMEs. In the countries like UK and Japan, SMEs contribution is over 90%. So if we could help facilitate these businesses, there will be less complaints. Suppose if they can get their own benefits, they won't go abroad. Then there will be more revenue and better economy in the country. And we should set up a target like how many the middle class population should be by 2030. In this way, SMEs can also be developed. To achieve that target, the government, public, and all the private sectors together have to collaborate.
According to the law, SMEs are allowed to voluntarily register. Only 70,000 businesses have been registered and many more remains undocumented. In Yangon region, there are more than 5,000 SMEs. As a country rich in natural resource, human resources, as well as its strategic geographic location, Myanmar is recognized as the best country for the investments in the region.
And that's all the reports on Myanmar today. Now let's carry on with international news. The oxygen in Martian air is changing in a way that can't currently be explained by known chemical processes. That's a claim of scientists working on the Curiosity rover mission, who have been taking measurements of the gas. They discovered that the amount of oxygen in Martian air rose by 30% in spring and summer. The pattern remains a mystery, but researchers are beginning to narrow the possibilities. While the changes are most likely to be geological in nature, planetary scientists can't completely rule out an explanation involving microbial life. Motorola has revived its slim Razr flip phone some 15 years after the original game-changing device hit the market. The new device features a 6.2-inch screen which folds together when closed, with another, smaller screen to display notifications on its outer shell. The device will be sold for $1,500 starting in the US on December 26th, with other markets coming later. Analysts told the BBC they did not expect the device to have much impact on the global smartphone sales. But the new Razr is, at the very least, being seen as an innovative statement piece from Motorola, which is now a unit of Chinese giant Lenovo, having been acquired from previous owner Google in 2014. Facebook has released the latest figures in its efforts to remove harmful content from its platforms. They reveal 11.6 million pieces of content related to child nudity and child sexual exploitation were taken down between July and September 2019. For the first time, Facebook is also releasing figures for Instagram and including numbers for posts related to suicide and self-harm. This follows a public outcry over the death of a 14-year-old Molly Russell. The teenager killed herself in 2017 and her father then found large amounts of graphic material about self-harm and suicide on her Instagram account. Well, that's going to wrap it up on today's Myanmar Today. Thank you for joining me. I am Henry Zin.